Hi guys, welcome to another Friday. So we've got Friday Forearm today. It is a Hatha practice, but we're going to start to hold out some of these postures a little longer so we can build up a bit more resilience in the postures. So for those that do like vinyasa, you'll still get a chance to build up your strength and build up your heat. And those that are practicing yoga after having a bit of a break or time out, then take it easy, lower your knees, do some things to modify the posture, and the important thing is to not give up and to stay in your practice. Even if it's in child's pose, it means that you're still in your practice, which is observing your mind, observing your body. And that brings me to our focuses this week. So we have the Yoga Sūtra. Today is the last of the modifications of the vrittis of the mind. So the fluctuations of the mind, and it's the fifth vritti modification. It's Yoga Sutra from book 1, and it's number 11, and it is Anubhūta visayāsampramosah smrtih. When a mental modification of an object previously experienced and not forgotten comes back to consciousness, that is memory. So here it says, memories create impressions in the mind and at a later time come to the surface, either when we want them or sometimes even when we don't want them. Memories come in two ways. Dreams are memories that come to the surface when we are asleep. Daydreams are memories that arise during the day. Both are impressions which when formed, slowly descend to the bottom of the mind and come to the surface when they are rekindled for some reason. So I noticed when I spend a lot of time in meditation, even these days of isolation, memories of the past, some things come up, and some are painless memories and they're just memories of the past, the experiences, and some are painful. And especially when you've experienced a trauma, if you go towards that trauma and the mind goes into the memory, then we might find ourselves doing either aversion or attachment. And attachment doesn't always happen to pleasurable things. So our mind can actually attach itself to things that are also painful. So when we talk about attachments and detaching, it comes from both the painful and the painless modifications. And just to observe when the mind does this, when it attaches itself to the memories, and then how that impacts your emotional state, your physical state in the moment. So the idea again is not to avert ourselves from pain, but not attach to it. It's kind of like, it's easier to put into the sensations of the physical body. So we have a tendency to attach ourselves to the tastes that we like and avert from the tastes that we dislike. And that doesn't always mean it's good for us, right? So there's some things that we might not really like the taste of, but it's a really good nutrient for us. And the same thing, we might really like the taste of something, but if we have too much of it, then it's going to cause problems to our digestive system, or to our body. So it's just important to know that it's finding the balance, it's not averting and it's not attaching, and that will bring some sort of control of the mind, which is where we're going towards in our practice of Pratyahara. So we're drawing the senses, which is our fifth limb of yoga. And so we've just touched on those 5 vrittis this week, and here it says, so these are the 5 kinds of vrittis, or thought forms, that must be controlled to make the mind void and to allow the inner peace to shine through. Knowing this, our next question is, how can we control the vrittis? It is easier to say, control the mind, but in reality, the mind seems to be controlling us. So I'll leave that there for your practice of sutras for the week, to continue to observing the mind, and we'll get more so into the practices of doing the yoga work. So the yoga asanas, the meditations, and let's make a start. Bringing the body into a comfortable seat. You can also be reclined if you want to relax the body completely, depending on your day. Having the spine nice, long. Give the shoulders a little roll up to the ears and back down. Resting the arms heavy through the legs. Become aware of the breath moving in and out of the nose. Become aware of the air, the cool air moving in. And the warm air moving out. So often when we do our Pratyahara practice, withdrawing of the senses, you first need to activate, to acknowledge, to bring the sense to the conscious mind. And then detach, releasing it, coming back to the breath. So we'll start off with observing the taste in the mouth. Observe without judgment. And come back to the breath in and out of the nose. Observe the smell of the air without judgment. And come back to the breath. Observe the sounds around you, bouncing from sound to sound, to acknowledge the sounds in this moment. Come back to the breath. Activating the eyes, but keeping the eyes closed. Observe what you see behind the eyelid. And come back to the breath. Observe the sensation of touch on the skin. And come back to the breath. Bring the hands to the heart center and set a resolve and intention for your practice today. Perhaps it is to feel an inner peace, to let the joy shine through. Or maybe there is something else that you want to practice today. Repeat it in the mind with strong conviction. Rub the palms together, create some warmth. Place the hands over the eyes, let the hands warm the eyes, cleanse the eyes. Open the eyes behind the hands and slowly release the hands, looking into the palms and then into the distance. And coming onto all fours, starting the activation of the spine. But today we're going to first just isolate the shoulders. So this can be quite difficult to explain through the camera, but through the video, but we're just going to try and keep the shoulders where they are and just lower the heart down, and you feel the shoulder blades slide in towards the midline, just the shoulders. Then inhale, lifting up the heart, and the shoulder blades part, and the rib cage pushes up into the shoulder blades. Exhale, lower the ribs, shoulder blades slide towards the midline. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting up. Last one, exhale down. Keep the arms straight, inhale, lift. Now we'll take the rest of the spine into it. Exhale, draw in, rounding up through the whole spine. Inhale, drop the belly down, lift the chin. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, lift the chin, drop the belly. Last one. And coming back into center. Bring the elbows down to the mat. You can have the hands together or have them out wide and lower the heart towards the mat. So we practice yoga asana to feel comfortable, balanced and at ease in our physical body. Keep this in mind, that you're here to look after the body, to give it some challenge. But the challenge should be not causing injury or ongoing pain. Inhale, lift the heart, walk the hands back in. Bring the right leg forward just to the outer edge of the hand. So we just swing the right leg around. Inhale the right arm up and then all the way down. So we're getting into the full rotation of the shoulder joint, lengthening. If you need to be up on a block or have something supporting you, do so. Otherwise, keep the hand on the ground. 2 more big circles of the right arm. Try and lead with the thumb the whole time. And releasing. Changing sides. Right leg back, left leg forward. Left arm reaches up, thumb rolls and then down. Inhale, reach up, and thumb rolls, and exhale down. It's just at that very top point where we roll the shoulder and let it come down. 2 more. Let that whole arm explore. The shoulder joints are amazing in their ability to be mobile. And exhale, release. And that left leg back. Tucking the toes under, downward facing dog. Give the head a little nod, a little shake. Lengthen through the back of the calf muscle. Be gentle and kind, but challenged. It's only temporary that you're on the mat, so make the most of it. Make the most of enjoying being in your body. The rest of the day, we spend a lot of the rest of the day just unconsciously existing in our body. So give this hour or so the time to connect with your physical body
Be mindful of how you're challenging it and how you're moving it. On the inhale, reach up with the sit bones, up on the tiptoes. A few steps will take you to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, Surya Namaskar. Reach the arms up above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Plant the hands, step the right leg back. Lower your knee. Take a lunge or lift the arms. Exhale, release the hands, stepping to plank. Lowering your knees, chin and chest. Cobra, lifting up. Exhale down. We'll do 2 more of these because they're nice to just start the warm up with the spine as well. Inhale, lift. Keep your toes grounded. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Tuck your toes. Press the mat away. Downward dog. Step the right foot forward. Lower your back knee. Option to stay here with the hands down or reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands. Stepping to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, left leg back. Lower your back knee. Inhale. Be mindful how this front leg presses through the mat. Exhale, release the hands, step to high plank. Lower down, chaturanga, knees, chin and chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down 2 more. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. Last one. Exhale, down. Tuck your toes. Lift up, downward dog. So it's only for this hour. If you practice bringing the mind into the body, continue to bring the mind into the body. It is a way to control the mind. There's a way that you're asking the mind to stay focused in this single pointed concentration on the physical body. And what happens if you do this for an hour each day, you notice that the mind is able to be present to the body at other points in your day, when you're walking along the street, when you're up and down stairs. Your mindfulness will increase, and that will also bring us more joy in being within our body, being in our present moment. Step the left foot between the hands. Lower your back knee. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, release the hands, stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Lift the arms. Exhale, hands to the heart center. We've got 2 more rounds. Inhale, lift. Take a little back bend. Exhale, forward. Inhale, feel the muscles engage. Plant the hands, step the right leg back. Lower your knee. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, step to plank. Chaturanga, exhale. This time up dog, lift up. Exhale, downward dog. If we put the work into the body on the yoga mat, then we'll find that we'll have less pain in the physical body off the yoga mat. It's preparing the body to be strong, resilient, and capable. If we have these qualities of the body, then we have these qualities of the mind. Strong, resilient, and capable in the mind if we practice. Step the right foot forward. Lower your back knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands, stepping to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Plant the hands, left leg back. Lower your back knee. Strong legs lifted high. Open up through the hip. Exhale, release the hands, step to high plank. Strong arms, option on your knees. Lower down slowly. Press forward, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. So often we just need these techniques to bring joy to the body and techniques to bring joy to the mind. And we have these in our yoga practice. You don't need to make them up. They have been around for many, many years, hundreds of years, practicing bringing joy to the body and joy to the mind. Bring the left foot forward. Lower your back knee. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release, stepping to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, lift and lengthen. We'll do a modified round. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, step the right leg back. Bring both hands on the inside of your left leg and lower down into a deep lunge. Keep the back leg up if you can. Keep pushing in with this front foot and keep the knee as close as you can to the arm. Don't let the arm go, don't let the leg go out to the side. Strong legs, push through the floor. One more breath here. Inhale, bring that left arm around and step to high plank. Hold your high plank. 5, 4, pushing through the floor. Option on your knees. 3, but keep engaged. Challenge yourself enough. 2, and 1. Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. It was just yesterday I was carrying my groceries from the house, and I noticed that just my biceps were just so much stronger yesterday. Must be all that Astavakrasana posture, but it feels good when you have the muscles to support your daily activity. It is a good feeling. Come up onto your tiptoes. Look between the hands. Step or lightly float top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up tall. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, step the left leg back. Take it into a low lunge, bring the right hand in. Low lunge, lower the hips down. Option here to lower the back knee down. Otherwise, keep the legs strong, push through the floor. I know that sometimes exercising the body, well, I definitely know from my past experiences, some days is easier than others. Some days the body's craving it. Sometimes it's averting from exercise. Sometimes you just need to listen and you do need to rest the body. Other days that you just need to get through that first few moments stretching and activating the muscles, and then the biochemistry of the body takes hold and it starts to increase the chemical flow of active hormones. Adrenaline releases and secretes different hormones to help us in our active state. So you wait till that kicks in and then you do your practice. Step to plank, and you can challenge yourself. Option here, lower onto your elbows. 5, 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees, lower the heart, lift up, press through the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press the hips back. And what keeps me coming back to yoga as opposed to other exercises? Yoga doesn't feel like a chore. It just feels like a natural space for the body to be in every single day. In fact, it brings me so much joy to my life that it is a practice, it is a life experience I'll take with me every day I possibly can. Come up onto the tiptoes, look between the hands, step or lightly float top of the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Stepping your feet slightly apart for chair pose with hip width. So we want here to imagine you've got a block. Imagine it, or if you have a block you can place it in between. But imagine you've got a block in here and that you're also pressing into the outer edges and you're using your IT bands. So squeezing in and squeezing out. Take a seat, lowering down. Distribute the weight through your whole foot. Once the foot is grounded and supporting, you'll find the back and the front of the legs working together to keep this strange shape. This shape is very important. So although we're making an imaginary chair, if you want to be able to get up and down off a chair for as long as possible, we're talking in your 90s, to be able to sit down and stand up. This posture, lowering down, going a little deeper, is important to maintain quality of life in the body. Good, releasing your block. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, come into a forward fold and take hold of your ankles or your big toe, whatever you can grab onto. And then press length into the back of your legs, wherever that is, tilting your pelvis forward until you can find a stretch all the way down the back of the legs. Again, don't go too hard on the body, but also don't go too soft. You'll never ever get the right balance if you're too hard or too soft. You just need to find, where is it enough for this moment? There's that saying, you've got to be cruel to be kind. Really, it's just finding discomfort is being kind. Little bit of discomfort, it will be over in just a moment. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Inhale all the way up. Stepping wide on the mat, have the feet facing forward. This time we're going to interlace the hands
behind the back. And we want to really squeeze the shoulder blades together. So squeeze, squeeze, using muscles, but also the bind of the arms to pull the shoulder blades together and lift the arms behind you. Lift the arms, squeezing in. Feel the stretch across the front of your chest, your pectoral muscles. All this builds up strength during our plank poses and sun salutation. Now we stretch it out, and on the exhale, come forward into a fold, folding over the legs. You can stop here if this is enough. Stay halfway. Otherwise, keep tilting the pelvis and bring the arms up and over and behind you, reaching towards the floor or to your opposite wall. Breathing. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lifting up, all the way up, hands to the hips. Inhale, lifting. Stops the lightheadedness. Heel and toe the feet back in. Stepping to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift the arms above the head. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, lengthen. Plant the hands, step to high plank. Bring your right hand to the mat. Sorry, what we're going to do here, I'm just moving the block. Bring your right elbow to the mat. You can have your right leg down and you can pivot onto the leg and lift the left arm up. You can have this hand in a fist. You can also come up for full plank, side plank. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through plank pose on the forearms and change sides. Straight across onto your left. Going across. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come across. Now we've got counts of 3. Go back onto your right. For 3, 2, 1. Come back through. Left. For 3, 2, 1. Come back through. 1 breath each side. Over to your right. Inhale. Exhale. Come in. Inhale to your left. Exhale. Come in all the way down. Lower your knees. Lower your heart. Draw down. Relax the shoulders. Take rest. Coming up onto the elbows. And bring the left hand to the left leg and pull the heel towards your buttocks. Keep pulling that the heel down, and the elbow goes up to the sky. And if you want to flip your grip here in your frog pose, you can. Push down on the leg, but try not to lift the pelvis. Keep the pelvis grounded. And apply the stretch to your quad, into your belly. It's a nice stretch, a little bit of discomfort. Exhale, release. Change sides. Elbow underneath the shoulder, helps with stability. Right side back. Pull the heel towards your buttocks. Push down, push down. Don't lift the pelvis. Apply the tension. Option to flip the grip so the fingers and the feet are in the same direction.
Can you feel the tension? It's only a moment. Be kind with a little discomfort. And then release. Make sure you take time to relax and release. Let it all go. Don't keep applying tension, otherwise it will break. You must realize that we can only apply it for a certain amount of time, till it's fully rested. All right, last one here. I'm going to bend both legs. We're going to come up onto the elbows and maybe stay here, or come up onto the hands, walking the hands in and lifting the heart. Breathe. Squeeze the legs towards you, squeeze in. Exhale, relax and release, let it all go. Soften your shoulders, relax the head. Drawing your belly up towards the spine so that you're supporting it as you come up into downward dog. So we lift up, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Walk the hands towards your feet at the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale into ragdoll. So we hold the elbows and we fold forward. Bend your knees, bend your knees. This is less about the back of your legs, more about your spine. You might have felt a little bit of compression in that last posture, so just let the body hang forward. Hang it down, relax the head, give it a little nod, shake it side to side, and then release. This is my favorite posture, to let go of some of the mental modifications that are disturbing my peace. I get upside down and let those thoughts empty out through the mind, the crown of the head. And then it also empties out the emotions that are attached to it. Releasing the hands. And then coming up slowly, engaging your core to support your spine. You know how this is done. Pushing into the outer edges, drawing the lower part of the belly button in. Tadasana, mountain pose. Give the shoulders a little roll. Strength through the legs, strength through the arms. Everything is engaged. Stepping the left foot halfway down your mat and shoot the hands out in front. Right leg lifts. Practicing your balance means that you'll improve your balance. If you fall out, come back in. Otherwise, just standing there means you're not going to improve it. Come onto your left foot, reach forward, set your eye gaze, and come back to center. Exhale, hands to the heart. If the hands extended are too much, you can bring them to the heart center and keep them here. Stepping to the back of the mat, right foot forward, left leg nice and strong, shoot the arms out. Whoop. See, I took the wrong step. Spread your toes, get your grounding, and then squeeze that back leg up. Yeah, I'm trouble this side. So you set your foundations, even if you start to fall. Stay in the posture, stay in the posture. Stay with the mind connected to the body. Don't give up, it's too soon. 2 more breaths. And come back to center. Stepping to the back of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Walking the hands out and coming into our dolphin pose. So you can lower your knees first. Otherwise, lower one arm and then the other. And then walk the feet in close. Dolphin on a Friday. Let's do this. Open up your shoulders. Keep the head off the mat. 10, 9, 8, keep breathing. 7, 6, 5, you can come down when you need, otherwise stay with me. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower the knees down, take child's pose. Relax. We're going to do one more round. If you'd like to do your full Asana, your full peacock pose, do it now. You can use your wall, you can use any support, you can bring the feet up a little higher, grab a chair, something that you can put your feet on. We want to do 10 breaths. If you're still practicing dolphin, come back up onto your dolphin. You can have the hands bound, you can have the hands flat. And another modification is to lift one leg. So let's go on the right side. Inhale, lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, push through the floor with the arms. 1, change legs. 5, 4, you should feel muscles starting to fatigue. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower down and release. All the way into child's pose. Bring the legs out in front, either through the middle or across to one side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Touch your toes. Lengthen through the back of the legs. Draw the heart forward. Apply enough. Enough that you're not going too soft. You'll notice that in the yoga practice, your personality comes out on the mat. This is what my teacher explained it as bull and bear. Sometimes the bull runs out. I've heard the saying of the bull in the china shop, just breaking everything, just trying to pull into everything, and it's can be damaging to the body. And the other times it can be the bear that sort of hides away in the cave and doesn't want to come out and avoids things. Notice your bull and bear attitude to your yoga practice, and you'll learn a lot about yourself. Learn a lot about attachment and avoidance. Inhale, lifting the head. Exhale, release the hands. Bending the knees and bringing the legs out to the sides of your mat. Again, you can have the hands behind you, just gently pressing the hips, the pelvis forward, pulling into your adductors. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands out in front. So as I mentioned earlier in this practice, as the body releases chemicals, there is actually some chemicals that get released when we are stretching the body, and it helps to numb the nerve
like a natural high for the nerves. They sort of get put under pressure, the stretch reflex, and they say gives us a little bit of a buzz. So often the body naturally gives us these opportunities to feel joy if we're moving the body and activating the body differently each day. Otherwise, some people turn to like synthetic ways to make this buzz, or external things from us, such as alcohol and cigarettes and drugs. Try and find the natural way that the body releases this in the body. It does not happen if you're sitting on your couch all day, every day. You have to be moving. Again, you don't want to get attached to it, become an adrenaline junkie or stretch junkie. We just need to find the balance. A little bit of release. Walk the hands back in. Draw the legs in together. Okay. Let's do our pose of the week. Last time, Astavakrasana. So from here, we're going to do the left leg first. Again, lately I've been doing my sort of weaker side first. When I was doing a training the other week, they said, you should actually train your weak side harder than your dominant side. And I was like, that's interesting. I might have to look into that. To bring balance to your right and left side of the body, which obviously brings balance to your spine, shoulders, all sorts of things. So they say train your weaker side twice as hard. So let's go. Let's do the left side first. Placing the left leg on top of the left shoulder as close as you can to the shoulder. Bring the right leg, you can tie it up now if you like. Shift up onto the hands, extend the legs, bend the elbows. I held that one a little bit longer than yesterday, but also doing the vinyasa, sometimes the muscles fatigue a little more. All right, come back through to the center, just moving on quite quickly because we get used to this posture all throughout the week. So, you know what you need to do? Let's do it. Come up on the right leg, noticing which one's your dominant side. Bring the left foot up and over if you want to start here. Then shift the weight forward, lifting up, extend the legs and lower down. And back out in front. Give the wrists a little roll. I hope you guys have enjoyed doing Astavakrasana this week. Let me know, keep in touch. This is part of the bit that I love about yoga is when you share your good news, but also the things that you took, your journey to get there, the mental, overcoming the mind, the modifications. We think we can or we think we can't do something. Share that all with me. Come down to the mat. Rolling down onto the back. Rest the body. Sink it in. Tuck your shoulders underneath. Sometimes just giving it a little rock to the pelvis just relaxes a little more through your lower back. We're going to do a little more activation and stimulation of stabilizing our lumbar spine. So for now, just give it a little rock, a little release, relax. And then going to bring the hands underneath the lumbar spine. I want you to think about right through the middle of the chest here, between the nipples, right in your heart center, you press that point down into the mat and you lift the head. That's where we want to get the lift from. So bring the hands behind the lower back, right under the arch of the spine. Bend your right leg, lift from that heart space. You can stay here, otherwise lift your elbows and lift your left leg a centimeter off the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower the leg, lower the arms and the head. Change legs. Left leg goes in, right leg goes out.
building up core stability. As the spine is in a neutral pose, we want the lower back to arch a little, keeping the arch. Press through the heart, lift the head, lift the elbows, a centimeter off with the legs. Stay here for 5, keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower down. Slide your left leg down, right leg in. Let's go back up for 3 counts. Lift the head, elbows, leg. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Change legs. Left leg in, head up, elbows up, leg up. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. 1 breath each side. Right leg bends in, head up, elbows, leg. 1 breath. Lower down. Change sides. Left leg in. I know it might seem little. Head up, elbows, leg. It does build up strength. Exhale, release the hands, release the legs. Okay, bending your knees, tapping your heels. We're going to do a similar thing, but we're going to have that right leg extended. Keep the spine nice and strong. Elbows bent, fists of the hands. Push down through the elbows. Lift by pushing the left leg into the mat. Keep that leg extended away from you, not up to the sky. It's on an angle. Lower down. Change legs. Left leg out. Push through the right foot. Elbows down. Lift up. Don't twist your hips. As much as possible, try and keep the hips square. Exhale, lower down. Releasing the legs side to side. To the right. Over to the left. To the right. And to the left. Bring the legs back into center. Tap your heels. Tuck up your shoulders under. Lift the pelvis for bridge pose. Tuck your shoulders a little more. Maybe bind the arms once again. And hold your bridge. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower down. Releasing the legs side to side, over to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. Now we've done a lot on the spine already, so for here you can just rest if you like, drop your knees together, place your hands on the belly. If you have a little more strength and that you want to just challenge the body a little more, it's up to you. It's very much up to you. Come up for bridge or come up for wheel. On your next inhale, pressing through the mat. Breathing. Lowering down. And releasing the legs side to side. Relax and release. Coming back into center. And just hug the legs in. Slowly letting the spine counterpose. Maybe some little circles. You can bring the chin up to the knees, hug into a little ball. Hug into a little ball. Rock and roll 3 times up to a seat. Hug your legs in, roll up, and then roll back. Roll up, and then roll back. And then last one. So from here you can take your headstand or shoulder stand. See how you feel. Or come up with the legs up the wall. all the way upside down. 10 breaths. Let's go. Walk the elbows in underneath. And if you find balance, maybe release the hands. And coming into bringing the knees towards the face, you can straighten the legs behind you if you like for halasana, otherwise fold in. And then the legs roll down. You can take your fish pose after your shoulders stand the legs up the wall. Arching the spine. Keep the spine active. Lifting up, not too much weight on the head. Lift up, lift up. Explore the heart. And release the head down. Bring both legs up into the chest. And then bring both legs into happy baby pose, knees into the armpits, draw the legs in. And you might like to extend one leg out to the side. You can bring that leg in, change the legs if you're extending, take the other leg out. The body has its natural ability to bring chemicals into our existence. Stretching the body, energizing the body, increasing breath rate, all sorts of things happen. We study this in our yoga asanas and our pranayamas and in our meditation. Bringing both legs in, and we'll take it into a twist, both legs over to your left and the right arm out. So as we come into our passive state, the body also releases another chemical or two. And this now goes around the body, relaxing and nourishing the fibers and the muscles. And it's important that as we come into our meditation, that both the body and the mind are together. We're not just relaxing the body, but we are relaxing the mind too. Bring the head back into center. Bring the legs up. And bring the legs over to the right. Let the left arm float behind you. Bring the head back into center, draw the legs up. And Shavasana. Relax and release the body. Feel free to grab a blanket, a cushion under the legs, or even under the head. Sometimes it's nice to support the neck. As long as you can feel at ease and nice long alignment. Sink into the connections you make with the floor. I'm going to take you through some more Pratyahara practice, but a little faster today, as we've been practicing it all week. Feel the body heavy, heavy into the mat. The body is completely heavy.
On your next inhale, create lightness in the body, the lightness of the legs, lightness of the heart. The whole body is light. Inhale, lightness. And then return to the body, laying on the mat. Connect back with the breath. This is your anchor. To release the heaviness or the lightness, you come back to the breath. Feel the body cold on the mat. The sensation of coldness throughout the whole body. The body is cold. Don't respond, just lay there. Without aversion, without attachment. And on your inhale, start to build up the heat, the warmth in the body, from the organs, the center of the body, heat radiating out through the legs and the arms. The body is hot. Stimulate the sensation of heat within the body. If it helps, you can also recall the time that the sun was on your skin, the heat of the sun on the skin. And come back to the breath. And remember pain in the body. The sensation of pain in the body. And on your next inhale, recall the sense of pleasure in the body. The sense of pleasure in the body. Come back to the breath. Remember the hatred, the emotion of hate. Observe the feeling of hate. And then on an inhale, breathe in love, the experience of love, the feeling of love, love in the body, the experience, the emotion of love. Come back to the breath. And experience sadness. Sadness, sorrow, sudat. Notice the experience of sadness. It's an experience of life. No aversion, no attachment. Sadness as an emotion. And on your inhale, breathe in joy and bliss into the body. Experiencing happiness, the emotion of happiness, joy and bliss. Draw that emotion out of the body. Draw it as an experience of your body, the emotional body. Joy in being. Come back to your breath. Take a nice deep inhale. And a long, slow exhale, gently reawakening the senses and the observation of the external world, connection of touch, smell, taste, sounds and sight. Raise the arms above the head and give the body a nice big stretch. Rolling onto the right hand side, curling the legs up and making your way to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Bring the hands to the heart center. We'll close with a japa chant of Om. These are the resonations that feel nice throughout the throat, that send vibrations through the vagus nerve. So the Om is so much bigger than just singing a note or resonating with the Om. There is so much more going on with the body. Use this time, use this practice to do the things that bring joy into our existence. It is no fault that singing can bring joy. So let's Om together. Bring the hands to the heart center. Exhale together. Inhale deep to the belly. Thumbs to the forehead. May we have a practice that brings bliss, peace to the mind. Thumbs to the lips. Have a practice that brings bliss and peace to our feelings. And the thumbs to the heart center. A practice that brings bliss and peace to our physical body. Namaste. Have a lovely Friday, a lovely weekend, or whenever you're practicing this practice. I will see you Sunday for a live meditation. And thanks guys. Have a lovely day.